We're all so busy nowadays with our kids, our careers, maybe we're moving on from one stage of life to another, activities. It's hard enough to design our family's monthly budget, never mind the brain power and the willpower to stick to it. So I designed a three-step process for my own family, and I've been using with our finances, I've been using with clients' finances, and it's just something, it's a process that takes the questioning out of spending and saving decisions. So when I follow this system, I can live, spend, know that I'm not dipping into credit or know when I'm dipping into credit, and feeling confident that I'm going to have money left at the end of the week. Um, so when you hear about different budgeting systems and processes and other strategies on how to manage your money, this isn't one of those open 18 accounts and put the money into here, or only spend 70% of your income, or don't forget to pay yourself first. It's not one of those things. Those are certainly some strategies that if they work for you, go ahead and use them. This three-step process is essentially just setting the foundation for your family's finances on the basic cash flow foundation level. So you can build on top of this, but it isn't one of those um, money architecture, bank accounts, rules of thumbs, spend only 70% of your income or save 10%. It isn't one of those things. It's just setting the foundation, and you can move to more advanced strategies from there. So the first step is to print off a calendar. So I just have something like this, the month at the top, the squares with the dates. You can use a normal calendar. I just use this because it's easy and I already have it. And what you do is you take out your calendar, you take out all your fun pens and highlighters and all those other things, and you start plotting in when you're getting paid and how much. Then you take another color. Well, you don't have to, but I do. Take another color and you put in your expenses, and these are your expenses that you do not have to push a button to pay. So they're things like mortgage, utilities, debt repayments, those types of things that automatically come out of your bank account. Put those in one color in this calendar. The next thing you want to do is put any special events in there. So if you don't have health care benefits and you have a dentist appointment coming up, then put your dentist appointment on there. If you have a birthday party, put that in there. If you have Christmas, which is coming up, put that in there. I mean, not Christmas, but like Christmas parties, or where you'll have to bring a potluck or have responsibilities, put that in there. Okay, then you'll have it all mapped out in terms of, you'll be able to see by just not even looking at what you wrote in there, but just by looking at the colors, when you're going to have money coming into your bank account and when you have money leaving your bank account. Okay, then what you do is you take so this is that's step number one done. You got the month mapped out, you know ins, you know outs, and you know special events. The next thing is to take your budget sheet. I split mine up into 3 areas. You got your income, your expenses, and what you're keeping. Okay? So for income, that's your paychecks for the month. You already have them laid out on this calendar, so just plot. If you wrote them in red, write all the red things there. For expenses, you wrote them in black, put all your expenses there. And then for keeping, that's your savings. Put all them there. And you're going to take all your income, minus your savings, minus your expenses, and you're going to get a balance. Now I'm just going to use simple numbers here. Let's say balance, you have $4,000 left after income, after the money you're keeping, after paying your automatic payments, what's left? Now, what's left, that is what's going to move your family forward in terms of variable expenses. Variable expenses include things like fuel, groceries, activities, entertainment, hobbies, birthday parties, all those things, okay? So what's left? For simple math, I'm going to say, let's say there's $4,000 left. If I were to look at my calendar and see how many Mondays there are, let's say, I don't know, I don't actually have December mapped out. But let's say there's 4 Mondays in December. I divide that $4,000 by 4, which is $1,000, and that's how much I have every week. Hey, Michelle, that's how much I have every week for my variable expenses. So I take my $1,000 out on a Monday, and that's the money I have until next Monday. So I'm going to use that to buy groceries, my kids' lunch money, fuel, going out with my friends, coffee, all those expenses. And if I run out of money by Friday and I end up having to use my debit card or credit card, I know that I'm going over budget. When I touch the plastic, that's when I know. That's a sign for me that we went over budget that week. And I mean, sometimes that's what, that is what it is. So this was the first step. This was the second step. The third step is taking out your money. That's it. You take out the money and you spend it. Easy enough? So that is the 3-step process to creating a budget that takes the thinking out of it. It's so important because there's so many things going on, and if you're using your debit card or credit card and you just say you're going to pay it off every month or whatever, unless you're super good at keeping track of that kind of thing, I just feel like I don't even know what I did this morning, never mind how much money I spent. So by having the cash in my wallet, when the cash is gone, I know if I have to use my debit, then I've gone over. So I hope you find this helpful. You can like it, ask me questions, whatever I can do to help. Next week, we're going to move on to investments and analyzing properties, I believe. So that should be fun. It's one of my favorite topics to talk about. But one thing to remember is that you can't save if you're going over budget. So that's why it's painful to save if you don't have this main foundation of the cash flow coming in and the cash flow coming out. So hopefully you find this helpful. If there's anything you want me to dive deeper into, feel free to ask, leave a comment. You know where to find me. Okay, take care.